Welcome to the Nevis newscast for Tuesday, July 28th, 2020. I am Bronte Swanston Hendrickson. Residents of Nevis should be prepared to implement their hurricane disaster plans at a moment's notice, in light of the fact that tropical storm warning has been issued for St. Kitts and Nevis.
At its closest point, between 3 p.m. and 4 p.m. tomorrow, it will be about 20 or 25 miles to the south of Nevis. Currently, the maximum winds extend outwards from the center 230 miles in the northeast quadrant. Because this storm is passing on the south of Nevis, Nevis would experience the bulk of the weather as we fall within the northeast quadrant of that storm. So we can expect strong winds up to 50 miles an hour with gusts even higher, especially in rain showers and thunderstorms. The rainfall again predicted 3 to 6 inches. That's a lot of rainfall in a very short period of time, so we can expect flooded streets and our guts would be flowing with the rainfall.
The advice comes from Director of the Nevis Disaster Management Department, Brian Dyer.
Our problematic areas in Lower Bath, Stony Grove, Charlestown, Pond Hill, Ramsbury, and Newcastle. Those areas are prone to flooding. Please take early precaution. Persons who would be needing to stock up on your supplies, please do so this evening and early tomorrow. Currently, hurricane hunters are investigating the system, so hopefully we should have probably a name storm or further updates on the progress of the storm, whether it increases in strength or reduces in strength. But all indication is that the storm is increasing in strength and potency. So again, please be on your guard. Your disaster plan should be up to date and ready to be executed. Clean your drains if you haven't done so. Remove any low-lying branches from your homes over your roofs, and ensure that you have your disaster evacuation plan in place and look after your animals as well.
Director of the Nevis Disaster Management Department, Brian Dyer. The Ministry and Department of Agriculture recently commissioned 4 new vehicles. The official handing over ceremony took place on Tuesday, July 21st, when Minister of Agriculture, the Honorable Alexis Jeffers, admonished the drivers of the vehicles to take good care of them.
I want to wish the operators of these vehicles well, and I want to admonish all who would drive them to take care of them. These are significant investments. The cost to operate them continue to increase day after day. And I want to admonish the operators as well to park them up at evenings, because at least if you park them up at evenings, you're minimizing the expenditures that are associated with driving them unnecessarily, but also you're actually adding to their life in terms of having them available for years to come.
Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Agriculture, Huey Sargent, outlined the specifics of the vehicles.
We see 2 Nissan Frontier pickups and 2 Suzuki Escudos, and the total value is just under $200,000 EC dollars for these vehicles.
A number of other departments in agriculture will benefit from this initiative, said Permanent Secretary Sargent.
As these vehicles came online, we also had 2 other units benefiting, because we had a pickup that was previously assigned to the ministry, which was transferred to vet services, and the ministry decided we can be a little bit more humble, and we took one of the Suzuki Escudos. Vet services, having had the addition of 1 pickup, we were able to transfer to small farm equipment pool, our engineering unit. These persons were the persons who service the tractors that we depend on so heavily. As opposed to having the tractors doing as much on the road running, we now have this utility vehicle that can service the tractors, and indeed it is much easier to move around and to be able to assist persons throughout the island. So we have extension services benefiting, we have forestry services benefiting.
Also present at the handing over ceremony were Director of the Department of Agriculture, Randy Elliott, Deputy Director, Floyd Liburd, and Livestock Extension Officer, Kelso Clark. Persons wishing to travel out of the island of Nevis are advised that there is a process they need to follow. Chair of the Nevis COVID-19 Task Force, Dr. Judy Nisbet, gives the details.
We would like you to provide evidence of approval from NASPA for departure. We also would like proof of a confirmed ticket for travel to your destination. Also, proof of requirement of the COVID-19 tests from the country of destination. So it's not all countries that are requiring the test, but if the country you're going to requires a test, please provide proof of that evidence.
The required information should be sent in an email to covid19taskforce@nia.gov.com.
An appointment will be scheduled for you to have that test done, and this test will be done at the Alexandra Hospital. Now, the cost of the test is 400 EC. This is to be paid at the reception area at the outpatient department at the hospital. And when this is done, you'll receive a receipt, and then you can proceed to have the test done. The test is done at the checkpoint, and the checkpoint is that first small building on the left as you enter the hospital grounds.
Chair of the Nevis COVID-19 Task Force, Dr. Judy Nisbet. The Nevis Island Assembly will commemorate the 50th anniversary of the MV Christina disaster at a special sit-in in chambers at Hamilton House on Friday, July 31st. During the sit-in, remarks will be delivered by former Prime Minister of St. Kitts and Nevis, the Right Excellent and Right Honourable Sir Dr. Kennedy Simmons, former Premier of Nevis, Vance Emery, the Right Honourable Dr. Denzel Douglas, former Premier of Nevis, Joseph Parry, Prime Minister of St. Kitts and Nevis, the Honourable Dr. Timothy Harris, and Premier of Nevis, the Honourable Mark Brantley. According to the order paper, as circulated by Clerk of the Nevis Island Assembly, Myra Williams, the sit-in will commence with the formal entry of President of the Nevis Island Assembly, the Honourable Farrell Smithen, who will preside over the proceedings. This will be followed by prayers, a motion for the approval of the order paper as circulated, and announcements by the President, followed by the remarks. The sit-in will be broadcast live from 10 a.m. on Nevis Television NTV Channel 99, NevisTVOnline.com, NTV Go app, Nevis Television Facebook page, and Nevis Newscast YouTube channel. In related news, the Premier's Ministry cordially invites the general public to a memorial service to commemorate the 50th anniversary of the MV Christina disaster. The service will be held at the Hamilton Museum grounds, Samuel Hunkins Drive, Charlestown, on Saturday, August 1st, 2020. A special invitation is extended to survivors and surviving relatives to attend this service and lay wreaths. The guidelines of hand sanitization, physical distancing, and the wearing of face masks will be followed in an effort to protect the health of all in attendance. All are kindly asked to be seated by 9:45 a.m. The service will be broadcast live from 10 a.m. on Nevis Television NTV Channel 99, NevisTVOnline.com, NTV Go app, Nevis Television Facebook page, and Nevis Newscast YouTube channel. 28 students graduated from the Joyce and Liburd Primary School on July 15th during a prize-giving ceremony with the theme, Be Your Own Motivation, Your Own Inspiration. Owing to the COVID-19 pandemic, which resulted in the cancellation of the test of standards, the students were assessed based on their performance in grades 5 and 6. Blessing Grant was named valedictorian for the class of 2020.
My fellow graduates, let's make a pledge that wherever life takes us, we will continue to soar like the eagles and hawks we are, standing by our school's motto, aspiring for the highest. Fellow graduates, today we are charged with a huge responsibility, the responsibility to be our own motivation and to be our own inspiration. I must admit, that seems like a very tall order to fill. However, we must always remember our hope will take us further than our feet. First, we must believe in ourselves and in our superpowers. JLPS graduating class of 2020, I leave you with these few parting words from Romans 15:13. May the God of hope fill you with all joy and peace as you trust in him, so that you may overflow with hope by the power of the Holy Spirit. And always, always remember to be your own motivation, be your own inspiration.
Valedictorian Blessing Grant was presented with the Vance Amory Scholarship, the Principal's Award, the School Award, the Nevis Teachers Union Award, and the Violet O. Nichols Award for Language Arts, among others. The other outstanding students were Belinda Subramani, who received the Mathematics Award from Ira Hanley, and Pastor Londi Esdale, the Dr. Tivon Brown Science Award, and the Shakira Maloney Award for Academic Consistency. Anaya Liebert, who received the Jason Liebert Award for Sports and Academics, the Kyle Alex Weeks Hope Nevis Award for Noteworthy Academic Consistency, and the Janella Evelyn Hope Nevis Most Well-Rounded Student Award, among others. Sigourney Parkins, who received the Theresa Hanley Leadership Scholarship, the Ira Hanley Mathematics Award, the Violet O. Nichols Language Arts Award, and the Mr. and Mrs. Roger Fifield Award for Improved Performance. Benjamin Clark, who received the Vance Amory Award for the Best Male Student, the Honorable Eric Evelyn Good Performance Award, and the Pastor Londi Esdale Academic Consistency Award. Talia Claxton, who received the Honorable Eric Evelyn Award for Good Performance, and the Lavelle Winter Hope Nevis Outstanding Performance Award, among others. Victoria Jarrett, who received the Pastor Londi Esdale Language Arts Award, among others, and Jalissa Brown, who received the Honorable Eric Evelyn Good Performance Award and the Marion Lescott Excellence Award.
As your theme says, be your own motivation, your own inspiration. And so during the period of lockdown and time away from school and your peers and even family members, there must have been times when you had to encourage yourself to move, do something, take action. Those would have been times when you would have been, your own motivation and your own inspiration. And so as you go forward, what we want you to remember is that when you see no one else, you can still be strong. When you see no one else, you can still succeed, you can still be you, and you can still go on. Congratulations to all of you, especially our valedictorian, Blessing Grant. Eagles and hawks, it's time to spread your wings and soar.
The JLPS graduation and prize-giving ceremony, which was chaired by Kyle Weeks, was held under the patronage of Mr. and Mrs. Llewellyn and Violet Clark. That's it for this edition of the Nevis Newscast. On behalf of all of us here at the Department of Information, I am Bronte Swanster Hendrickson. Thank you for viewing.